Hey, this is Scott from Swate Fishing. Out here trying out the new fiber hammer, 5-foot shorty. Works great for trolling. With a 5-footer and an 8.5-footer, you can use them on the same side of the boat and they don't get tangled up. Also, I'm running a lead core on this rod right here, and that has a different dive curve than the regular Fireline does. So that allows me to take sharp corners and the lines won't get tangled up. Also, lead core fish is a little bit different than Fireline. It tends to follow the boat a little bit better, whereas if you take sharp corners, the Fireline on the long rod will kind of cut the corner a little bit on you, whereas the lead core line with the Dacron will kind of follow the boat. Very important to have a good line counter that can hold 10 colors of leaded line. And then you're going to use a Fireline, 10-pound Fireline braid leader. This right here is the new Money Badger crankbait from Berkeley. They'll be available this fall. Great crankbait, perch pattern, dives deep, very aggressive. What I really like about the fiber hammer is the carbon fiber grip holds up really well in the rod holder. So even if you're catching big pike, salmon, whatever it may be, you're not going to tear these up. It is a glass rod, so unlike our higher end jigging rods and now the local 2 trolling rods, on these shorter rods you really kind of need to go back to glass because the graphite's just not as durable on a short rod like this. They also telegraph the vibration from the crankbait really well. So you could tell, like right now, we're out here, a lot of weeds starting to float in the fall, and we could tell that we're not fouled up, so that's key. Another thing about having a glass shorty rod, you could tell if you got a 10-inch perch on there, bring it in no problem, or a 20-pound pike. You could it covers all the ranges, hard-hitting pike. Fish like the pike and salmon, it would just hold up better that way. With lead core line, we're going to get 5 feet of depth for every color of lead. Every color of lead on this line, every 30 feet it changes. So just remember the rule of thumb, 30 feet of line out is 5 feet of depth, plus whatever the lip on the crankbait will give you. So in a basin lake like this, if we want to troll 30 feet, we can let out just under 6 colors of lead and be down deep enough to get to those fish. Whereas a regular Fireline rod, we couldn't do that. We'd be relying on the action of the crankbait. This is a new Local 2 series from Swate, and this is a graphite rod. Again, a great grip here, will hold up in the rod holders, and I was able to just see that I got a weed on there, so now I know I got to clear it, and we'll see if it clears up. Now we got the good vibration back. This one right here is the 8.5-foot medium power. For me, this is a walleye fishing dream. It's hard to find a high-end trolling rod, and for some of the smaller walleye baits, we really need to be able to see the action on the end of that rod. That's a 2-piece rod, so it's going to fit in most rod lockers, and that's a great feature as well. Very durable rod. Paired that up again with a line counter. We're in 12 feet of water right now, so I know with this particular bait right here, I just have to let out 70 feet of line and I'm good to go there. So great setup. Again, we have the outside rod is the graphite, the inside rod is the short fiber hammer fiberglass, and it's a deadly setup. So this is my go-to trolling setup for walleye fishing. As a tournament angler, we need reliable setups, and this allows me to fish a rod inside and outside. I fish team tournaments, so we'll have 2 of these setups going, and this is my go-to setup. And all these products can be found in the description below. Check it out.